This is the Stocks for Beer watch list for July 20th. We're going to look at a couple stocks here that might be setting up to go higher tomorrow. First one here, MDMN. I mentioned this a few days back on another video watch list I did. I said to watch out for this 10-cent breakout here. Sure enough, I actually alerted this thing in the chat today around 8.5 before it blew through that 10 and it closed up 14.5. So solid run there. I would not be surprised to see this thing gap up towards 15. Get a little spike and then pull back and then maybe go higher. We'll have to see what the volume does from there. Obviously this is probably going to be one of my top watches for tomorrow. That's why it's the first one I mentioned. So let's we'll definitely discuss MDMN tomorrow. I think it could be another money maker for us again. Already up a good 70% though. So we'll just we'll play what it gives us, if you will. IDOI is getting promoted again. This thing has been pumped more times than, well, I won't go there. Either way, volume was very nice today, almost traded 3 million shares. If we look back just for fun for a year, we could see that basically the 52-week high is about 56. This is the largest volume bar it's had in that time frame because of the reverse split that happened here. Been pumped here. Basically, just it's basically a rinse, wash, and repeat. So I'm watching for this 56 move tomorrow. If it can bust through 56, it probably goes higher. So keep that one in mind. EEDG. I like this chart for the 14 and 15 cent breakout area. You can basically draw your little lines here about the 14 range and then the 15 range, kind of where it topped out here, the last little move. So nice little ascending triangle trying to come up here off the bottom. Definitely originally started talking about this thing way back here when the volume first started hitting. We need this kind of volume. We need that kind of volume again to really get this thing going. But I wouldn't be surprised if it can bust through these two levels. I wouldn't be surprised to see that kind of volume come in and take this higher. ADY, I'm watching the 7 spot. Nice little resistance here right on 7. It could it's a lower volume play too, so you know it can run if it gets any volume coming in. It can move pretty good. Look, I mean, check out this day, big volume bar, big run. So granted, this was probably a little short squeeze in there too, but nonetheless, same idea here. If it breaks through that 7 spot, we could see another similar $1 or two move higher. EGHT. I want to show you the yearly chart here. This thing was a great setup. I mentioned in chat on Wednesday, actually, right before close here, about 460. I said if we get over this 460 spot, probably has a good day today, and it sure enough did. Now I'm watching to see if we can bust through 520 and start getting towards the 52-week high there. Keep in mind this one will be gone because every day it moves off. So for long we'll be seeing 52-week highs, and it'll hit a bunch of people's 52-week high scanners to hopefully draw in some more buyers. Biggest volume bar since that January earnings report that made it gap up. OPNT, lower volume play, but I like the 27 area. It's been consolidating here between 24 and 27 for a while now. If you can bust through that, I wouldn't be surprised to see if you can get back towards this 30 resistance area. TPX, mentioned this a little while back here. You can still see the line. Let's zoom in just a tad. You can still see that line I drew the other day in that watch list, and it finally broke through it. So wouldn't be surprised to see this thing get a little more, maybe towards 30, like I mentioned the other day. ZQK trying to come off bottom. Looks like might even have a double bottom here if it can. It busted through this peak. So watch now, the 260 level had a rough go there today. So if it can bust through 260, I wouldn't be surprised to see it at least get 280. Tier still a watch. It's starting to come off this deal. Mentioned this on the breakout. Been watching this thing for a while now. I like this consolidation. Perfect little setup there. Now it's trying to make a higher low. So to me, looks like 380 is going to be the spot I'm watching tomorrow. Unless we get a weak open and it goes green, then I might take it long towards that 380. SUPN. This 15 area was key. I mentioned this in chat yesterday, that if it got through that 15 it would pop. Sure enough, it did today. It ran pretty good. It hit 1660 up here. So now basically it needs to get back through that 15 tomorrow, otherwise it might be a good short opportunity as it falls off. This is a good sign that it might be overextended, due for a pullback now. So definitely two potential plays there. Play which one whenever it gives us. And real quick, I'll show you sub penny coin, as it was a little interesting there towards the end of the day. Little volume action came in here towards the end of the day. Mentioned this thing, it might get a little pop tomorrow, so keep this one in mind. It's definitely close to that bottom range where it likes to get a little surge out of it. So and subbies have been hot lately with BRGO and DUSS. So well, that's it for tonight. I will see you guys in chat tomorrow.